Hi, Jamestown Middle School. This is your friend, playwright and writer, Lisa Soland. I thought that I could be more helpful, and it is my hope to do so, and cover more thoroughly the 3 points that I was trying to share with you the other day. And if any of you get anything out of this, I would be delighted. So we're going to jump right in, and I'm going to time myself because I'm more fully aware of your time restricts on your end. So I'm going to cover 3 points, no more than 5 minutes each. And I'm going to send Jennifer the video link, and you can watch it at your convenience. And then she mentioned maybe you might have questions based on what I've shared. Okay, so we're going to cover 3 points. The first one is hard work. And a lot of these ideas and points that I'm going to talk about could be true for anything that you end up doing with your life. It could apply to right now. It could apply to everything you do right now. And I hope that it does, because I think truth is like that. It can be applied to almost anything. So number one is to work hard. If you do this, you are really solidifying your success. Sometimes it's hard to work hard on a daily basis because you can't see how that's going to play out over a lifetime, or even over a year, or over a month. But it is a wonderful thing called the compound effect. In fact, Albert Einstein has a great quote regarding compounding interest. Well, it works with our money, but it also works with what we do with our day, how we spend our time, and how hard you work on what it is you want to do with your life. And I can tell you now, being significantly older than you, that I'm just so grateful that my mom and dad taught me how to work hard, because it pays off over time. You may not see it, but if you spend a half an hour, just a half an hour every day writing, I know you've got a lot on your plates now with school, and I'd never minimize that, because everybody is learning and growing wherever they are. But you can still spend even 15 minutes writing. And when you add that time up, let's just say half hour, right? So that's 1, 2, 3.5 hours a week. And then you figure out how many hours a month. You are going to develop a plethora of material, and you're going to have a lot, and you're going to learn a lot. The best way to learn how to write is to write. It's to write. I can only share with you things that I've learned and what has worked for me, but I guarantee you work hard, people around you are going to take notice. And you're going to create, by your hard work, opportunities that maybe somebody who isn't working as hard, you're going to get those opportunities. Okay, along with that working hard, I want to throw out there 2 other ideas. It has to do with work ethic, okay? Be on time. And that means, in the theater, that means you show up early and you're prepared. So being on time means you're early. And the reason why that's so important is because your mind is in the game. If you get where you have to go earlier, also, you're not getting into any kind of trouble along the way, right? You're going right to where you need to go. And you're more mentally prepared for when the time starts. And if you're in a play and you show up early, you can start thinking about your lines. You can maybe practice your lines. So show up early, and at the very worst, be on time, because it's really important that people feel that they can rely on you. And that leads to the third point under work hard, and that is be worth your word. So when you tell somebody you're going to do something, follow through and do it. And I know these are weird things. How does that have to do with writing? Well, in the writing world, okay, my writing name is Lisa Soland. That was my name when I first got published, and then I got married. So you could have a writing name too, actually. But my name means a lot to me. And when somebody hears my name, I want them to think inside their heads, oh, she's always early. She's always prepared. Oh, she works hard, right? That's my name. And my name matters to me. Now, it doesn't mean I'm perfect, but that's my intention. My intention is to be early and to follow through on what I tell people I'm going to do. Very important. And even more so than for other people, it's important for you to be that kind of a person, because then you can trust yourself. If you say to somebody, I'm going to have that story to you on Friday, you got to do whatever you can to get that story to them on Friday, right? Because then you build a trust relationship with someone. And then when they talk about you and you're not there, they're talking about you in the light of being reliable, right? Okay, so number one, work hard. Number two, write what you know. People ask me, well, how do you know what to write? Write what you know. Don't bite off too much. You know, if you want to write a research paper on Benjamin Franklin, okay, well, that's going to be a little bit harder if you don't know anything about Benjamin Franklin. Also, it's going to be harder if you don't like Benjamin Franklin, right? If he doesn't really interest you. Well, he did a lot in his life, right? He created the garbage pickup and the post office, and helped with electricity. Brilliant man. I mean, I don't know anybody who's not interested in Benjamin Franklin, but write what you know. If you don't know anything about a subject, you're going to have to do research. And I have witnessed a lot of times when research will shut a writer down and they're not able to finish their project. And finishing what you start is point 3, but we're not going to go there yet. So how do you get motivated to work hard? Well, you get motivated to work hard when you write what you know, or you write about what you love, or you write about what interests you, okay? If you're doing those things, you're going to work hard because you're loving it. You love what you're writing and it excites you, right? It's not like an assignment in class, not that teachers don't help you to do something you love, but somebody assigned you to write about, artificial limbs or prostheses, and you don't know anything about that. Now, my brother wears a prosthesis, so that would be a little more interesting to me, you see? So writing is very personal. It's really personal, and it's a place where you can go where you are mostly safe and you can express yourself. And you can definitely express in what you write that to other people, that this is what interests me. I'm really interested in this subject. So you want to write about what you know, write about what you love, write about what interests you, okay? And if you do those things, you'll work hard. But number 3 is finish what you start. If you write those things, what's all around you, not what's around somebody else, but what's in your circle. See, because if it interests you, I assume that you're going to be completely engaged. If I'm your coach, if I'm your teacher, if you're working and you're writing what interests you, that nobody else can write that, you see? I know that you're writing something that nobody else is going to write. So then you might ask, well, how is that going to interest somebody else? Trust me. On a deep level, sometimes a level that none of us can see, we all are the same, right? In general, we all are generally the same. We all want to be loved, or another way to say that is we all want to be respected. And we all want to get along. Most of us don't like conflict. Some of us do. But conflict is a great thing to write about, especially if you don't like it. You know, if you find yourself in a conflict with somebody, it's a great thing to write a play about, because then there you've got your two characters, right? Talking back and forth. Anyway, don't ever be afraid that somebody else will not be interested in what you're interested in, because the chances are great that they will be. We're really more alike than we're aware, very much alike. I have seen that in the 32 years I've been teaching writing. Everybody identifies with, even if it's about ballerinas, but it's about a ballerina who's trying to be the best. We can all identify with that. Or a hockey player that is really, you know, Wayne, whatever his name is, Gretzky. He's trying to be the best hockey player. You know, that's no different than a ballerina trying to be the best. Those human things connect us all. So don't worry about people liking your work. Write what you like. Okay. Number 3, finish what you start. Finish what you start. Every story, every play that you try to write is going to have within it challenges. And you never know as a writer what's going to pop into your head first. You know, you could think to write, I'll give you an example. So I wrote a play once, but all I was getting was the set. 2 stools on a blank stage that I kept seeing it over and over again. Well, what are they going to talk about? What's it going to be about? That didn't come to me. What came to me was 2 stools, bar stools, but they weren't going to be in a bar. It's just the way of describing the chair. So what I did was I drew the set. And then the next thing comes to you, right? This is why writing creativity is hard, because you can't see that far ahead of yourself. You can only see so far, but I'm telling you, write what you can see, and then you'll get the rest, right? It's like a staircase. If you're standing at the bottom, you don't jump to the top stair. You take the first step, then you take the next step, and then you're able to see to take the next step, and you're able. So write what's coming to you. Finish what you start. Every story has a problem. In general, I would say that 3/4 of the way through is mainly the trouble spot. It's like, well, I did this great thing and I don't know how to end it, or I don't know where to go now, or I'm stuck. Well, I want to reassure you that that is normal. That is common. That happens all the time. But remember, number 3, the rule, you got to finish what you start. And I don't even care if it's bad. Okay, we don't want to write good work anyway. We want to just get it written, and then we can rewrite. Okay, so every story has a problem. You got to push your way through it. And just an assignment I give to many people is I'll say, okay, come up with 10 endings. Don't think about it. Just write 10 ideas on how you're going to end the story. And then I'll have a discussion with them, and we'll pick what's going to be the most interesting, fun way to end it. So don't worry, every story has a problem, but it's your job to finish what you start. No, planning on what you get first. Yeah. Okay, so 3 points today. Hard work, right? Your work ethic. Be on time. Be worth your word. Number 2, write what you know or what you love or what interests you, because that's going to help you with number 3, getting it done, right? If you write something that doesn't interest you, it's going to be harder to finish it. It's going to become hard work. I don't want hard work. I'm a writer. It is hard though. Okay, number 3 is finish what you start. Those are some thoughts for you to think about. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope that you find it encouraging, and I look forward to hearing how it lands on you. And nice to visit with you. I wish you all the best with your creativity, and I hope to talk with you again soon. Bye-bye.